Well, today's video we got Will Smith's apology to Chris Rock.
Woo!
We're waiting for this
slick.
one. We're waiting for this one.
Yo.
So for me, what I feel like Will Smith did was dumb. Affected a lot. How you been from the Oscars for 10 years?
Dog. Not only from the Oscars, but from like every big production movies.
10 years.
10 years, niggas gone. Like, I know, like, at some point, we feel like Will Smith had to protect his wife and all that. But then, let's be honest,
It's
guys.
a joke. It's a bald-headed joke. Do you know how many guys get roasted because they're bald?
But then at the same time, like, they are in their defense would say that she's kind of being like she's sick and we don't know what she's going through with that.
Niggas in wheelchairs get dissed in comedy shows.
Yeah,
What makes your bald head special?
That's the point. Like, Chris Rock this is his profession. Imagine beating Kevin Hart because it dissed you.
Nah, bro.
Nah, that doesn't make sense. But anyway.
But it was just a build-up. You know what Chris Rock should have said? I'll see you in August.
Woo!
I'll see you in August, but that would have been funny.
Yo, but for me, right, judging from the way that Chris is being treated by his wife, Jada, I don't feel like it was worth it. What he did for Jada was not worth it. Because if she was like a proper woman who treats her husband proper, yes, I would have said that, you know what, boy, she's worth it because she treats you like a king. But now she treats him like a slave.
Yeah, dog.
So anyways, I was waiting for these, dog, like...
I just saw this house, like, I'm not gonna watch it yet.
Because you know what? When I was searching this, right, the only thing that I saw was other celebrities reacting to what happened. I never heard what Chris Rock said. I never heard what Will Smith said. So
This was released recently.
So guys, we're bringing you the fresh stuff. The fresh stuff. Let's go.
Why didn't you apologize to Chris in your acceptance speech? I was fogged out by that point. It's all fuzzy. I've reached out to Chris, and the message that came back is that he's not ready to talk, and when he is, he will reach out. So I will say to you, Chris, I apologize to you. My behavior was unacceptable, and I'm here whenever you're ready to talk. I want to apologize to Chris's mother. I saw an interview that Chris's mother did, and that was one of the things about that moment. I just didn't realize, and I wasn't thinking, but how many people got hurt in that moment. So I want to apologize to Chris's mother. I want to apologize to Chris's family, specifically Tony Rock. We had a great relationship. Tony Rock was my man. And this is probably irreparable.
It's a dub, but why do I feel like it's fake?
It's not fake.
not like this whole thing is a fake. I'm having this thing of just saying that he's sorry because it's politically right. He's saying he's sorry because he saw that the world is against him and he's trying to make himself right back again. I don't know. I'm having those vibes, but I hope that he was saying it out.
I feel like he's actually sincerely sorry because he's not giving an excuse. People that say,
I did it because of this,
because of that.
Yeah, it makes sense.
He's saying, I did it.
But let's watch it to the end. If he doesn't come up with an excuse, it's gonna be a dub. I'm gonna respect him back again. Like, guys, this is the guy who made
Fresh Prince.
Fresh Prince, bro.
My favorite movie is Pursuit of Happiness.
Dude.
He nearly made me cry in that movie.
Wow.
I was like, oh, this is a struggle.
Dude.
And the way he acted with his son, I was like, that was
I'm not gonna lie, like for me up until now, that's an inspiration as a man.
Yeah.
Like I'm convinced you guys, like, you say a lot about single mothers, né? But I'm convinced that a single parent, a single dad can also like be a hero, dog. dog. Like this guy, he's an inspiration. And I'm not gonna lie, all of my respect was lost on that day.
Which day? When you slept him?
When he slapped him and then he didn't say anything about it. Like he went for months without saying anything about it. Right now, at least I get to understand because you were trying to talk to Chris Rock and Chris Rock was not ready yet.
Okay, this is his way of reaching out.
I spent the last 3 months replaying and understanding the nuances and the complexities of what happened in that moment. And I'm not going to try to unpack all of that right now, but I can say to all of you, there is no part of me that thinks that was the right way to behave in that moment. There's no part of me that thinks that's the optimal way to handle a feeling of disrespect or insults. After Jada rolled her eyes, did she tell you to do something? No. It's like, I made a choice on my own, from my own experiences, from my history with Chris. Jada had nothing to do with it. I'm sorry, babe. I'm going to say sorry to my kids and my family for the heat that I brought on all of us. To all my fellow nominees, this is a community. It's like I won because you voted for me. And it really breaks my heart to have stolen and tarnished your moment. I can still see Questlove's eyes. It happened on Questlove's award, and it's like I'm sorry really isn't sufficient.
So like, I think we all wanted to know, right? Like I feel like we all wanted to know, did Jada contribute to this?
No.
Right? Like people were saying, nah, Jada said that, are you gonna sit there? Nah. But I feel like even though she didn't say anything, but she gave a body language that was speaking to Will Smith.
That she was uncomfortable, of
that
course.
She was kind of uncomfortable. And Will Smith read it, and
he admitted he chose to do it.
He chose to do, but then at the same time, if you listen properly, he says that he chose to do it according to his past experiences and his relationship with Chris. So which means this relationship was not okay with Chris.
Of course.
There was something already happening, because it says that through his past experiences, probably like trauma through this whole thing, or maybe childhood trauma or whatever, and also through his relationship with Chris. So which means it was not proper. Like I feel like there was some slight beef behind as well.
But he laughed.
Exactly, that's my point. Like it doesn't make sense.
So he chose to do this after seeing what Jada said.
Exactly, I feel like it was because of Jada's reaction, because he laughed at the joke, and then when you look at his wife rolled her eyes in form of discomfort, and then he chose to watch.
I feel like the relationship wasn't that bad because he was really good friends with his brother.
Exactly, it wasn't that bad. I feel like there was like small disagreements, but it wasn't bad enough for him to go and slap him at the Grammys. I still feel like Jada contributed. I still feel like so, because how can I laugh and then change my mind all of a sudden? Like I enjoy the joke and then I'm just like, you know what? Let me go slap him.
It's generally his choice. And I also understand how Chris's brother is not talking to him and his mother and all that.
No, of course.
Because imagine they slapped your family. Now your family name is also...
It's also tarnished. I can't continue. I can't continue talking to you.
And you can't also tell your brother, go and talk to him. It's like you don't even care about your family anymore, just the relationship. So I understand why his brother is not talking to him.
What would you say to the people who looked up to you before the slap, or people who expressed that you let them down? So there's two things. One, disappointing people is my central trauma. I hate when I let people down. So it hurts it hurts me psychologically and emotionally to know I didn't live up to people's image and impression of me. And the work I'm trying to do is I am deeply remorseful, and I'm trying to be remorseful without being ashamed of myself, right? I'm human, and I made a mistake, and I'm trying not to think of myself as a piece of shit. So I would say to those people, I know it was confusing. I know it was shocking. But I promise you, I am deeply devoted and committed to putting light and love and joy into the world. And, you know, if you hang on, I promise we'll be able to be friends again.
That was deep.
If we hang on, I promise we'll be friends again. Who is saying we? We're not your friends, we're your friends.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought this was gonna be funny, but it's actually kind of emotional. Like,
I like
it's actually kind of deep. It's actually a deep film. Like,
shout out to him for actually admitting.
Shout out. I don't know if you're gonna see this video, and they will, but all the way from South Africa. Shout out. That was. I feel like for me, that's a definition of a man. Right here, that's like I feel like right now, what we're facing, especially us as young men, is, hey, you have to man up. When your girlfriend does this, step up and all that, but then you have to think also as gents, like, what I'm about to do, how does it affect me? How does it affect my family? How does it affect the people around me? You understand? Like, for me, it was not going to be a problem for him to just be like, okay, choose on, you know those grimaces, they go on breaks and all that. After on the break or whatever, on the dinner, I think they went to the dinner afterwards. Yo, Chris, like the joke that you made about my wife, I didn't like it.
He wasn't thinking logically at that point.
Yeah, that's my problem.
That's why you say.
And a lot of females, they don't use logic.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
even from our previous video, I was
Yeah.
feeling like I wasn't.
It's always I'm feeling this. That's not how it works. That's not how the world works. Hans, listen. A man will fight for what is right.
He thought that was right at the moment. That's why he chose to do it.
Because he made the choice out of emotions.
Yeah.
Use logic. I will fight for what is right. And I will not fight to take sides, but I'll fight to come up with a solution to bring peace. So, this time he took a side, and then instead of bringing peace, he brought commotion on himself. Because now you think that, okay, I dealt with him. I slapped him in front of all the people and all that. But let's be honest, right now, after Chris Rock got slapped, dude, that nigga was being booked, bro. He was being booked. And I'm sure that even his bank account got even way more after that.
But it's the family name. I don't think he even cares about how much time he got.
Chris Rock doesn't care. But
he gets money. You know when you get money, niggas get money to the point where they are fine. They could settle because they have generational wealth. Then, now it's about keeping my family name intact. Yeah. You can't mess up the Rock's family from that slap.
Of course. But in the end, you can't mess it up, bro. That family is deep and it's big, and it actually uplifted the Rock's family from that. Because, you know what? I would say, for me in the situation, Chris was the man. Because, bro, imagine being slapped and he make jokes out of the whole slap. He joked about it and he kept his calm. I could even see when they were announcing the winners, when he was standing on the side, he would look like he was trying to figure out what the fuck just happened. But then he still kept his cool. He went on the day like everything was okay. That's a proper man for me. Like, I feel like he actually made a bigger fight than Will Smith. Like, he fought to keep his name proper. That's a bigger fight that he did. He was the biggest fighter. But anyways, it is what it is. Guys, tell us what you think about Will Smith's apology. Tell us what you think. Did we serve justice to the whole reaction video? Tell us in the comment section below. And yeah,
It's me.
Watch out for our next episode. Yeah,
Yes,
it's gonna
sir.
be lit.